Hello, peeps! I am Tidbit, and today's showcase features Bumblebee from the Earthspark series. But this one looks a bit off, because this isn't just Earthspark. This is the Cyber Combiner version. And if you noted from the title, I'm going to be reviewing all of them, including Twitch. Come on camera. Wait, that's the wrong Twitch. Not that one. This one. Since I have both, here's a quick little side-by-side of the two. And let's see if we can find a robot on the underside. Yeah, there's kind of a robot business going on here. Fist here and a fist here? That's weird. And then Twitch. Ooh, you got two very visible hands and your face. You can see things. But since we know there's robots in there, let's get them about the same size as these Multos. So, for Bumblebee, what you're going to want to do is untab the arms from these points. Then take these flaps, flip them down. Take the windshield, unpeg it from these points. Click. Then take this, flip them down on both sides, separate the legs, flick out the arms on each side, and open up the chest plate. And I've found that if you push at the closest point here, it gives you enough leverage to spin it around if you've got a tight copy. And so, there's Bee, with those little wings. Adorable. And so, next up is Twitch. For Twitch, you're going to want to disconnect the arms, like this, from these tabs here. Then, flip up all the thrusters, so that way you can rotate the arms and click them in. I have very stiff copies. And then you're going to want to take this and rotate it at the knee joint that is going up in a very funky accordion. Look. See? Hidden joints. Then flip down the feet, separate the legs, and bring down the chest plate. And then you're supposed to clip the wings into those points. And there's Twitch done. And there's 4 of them here. These ones have kind of standard articulation, except Mo here. Mo does not fully bend at the knee, except in this direction. And that's an important distinction to know. And then we got Robby over here, who's got extra jointed elbows to get really far in. But they're combiners, one of my favorite gimmicks from Transformers, and they have a very fun little detail that to get them into combine mode, it doesn't matter if they're going to be the shirt or the pants or vice versa, they go into the same mode when you put them together. And then, depending on who you want, you do different changes to. So, let's start with Bee. So, you're going to want to take the head, put it back into the chest. Then, you're going to want to compress the arms, and then move out this joint to go around back and put it into this tab. And make sure that you move these little spring-loaded wings out of the way. Like that. Then, for the feet section, you bring them up. And that's it for Bee. They don't, well, actually, they do stand. Next up, Twitch. what you're going to do is take their head and just put it into the chest. Then take their wings, untab it, take the arm, fold it up like that, and then rotate it up, and there's 2 points you're going for. There's a little tab here, and the top square peg in their arm. And then you also put the fist onto the pin, and it'll be pretty solid. And you do that on both sides. Here's what it looks like from the back. And for them, you don't really do anything with the feet unless you choose which version they're going for. Let's set them off to the side so I can show how the Maltos change. The Maltos don't come with alt modes, but we'll deal with that at the end. You take the chest plate, you open it up, and you hide away the head. And for Mo, put their wings back, bend up the arms, and then use this little tab slot to go into that square peg. We'll just disarm them and do the same on the other side. And same thing. Bumblebee is the only one that you'd fiddle with the feet before transformation. And then we got Robby. Let's disarm Robby as well. You open up the chest plate, put the head in, take the arms, bend them, and then make sure this part's at the 90 degrees. And then you disconnect, rotate around, because there is a spot right here that goes into this peg. And that's why you need this one at the 90 degree. And you do the same on both sides. So, we have a fleet of bots ready to combine, and I will show you each configuration, so that way you'll get to see all the different arm, leg, and head orientations. So, first, we're going to take Twitch and turn them into the legs. Well, you can start by just attaching someone to someone else, but, yeah, why don't we do that? Take these two, because they were part of the same set. And so I am going to do Twitch foot orientation. So you take this piece from the back of their leg. You can either take this tab and push up in it, or if you just saw, I like to push into the heel, because then I don't have to grab this little tiny shallow tab. And you take that and you plug it into the bottom of the foot. And that's the legs done. Then for Robby, just split the crotch and let the helmet fall down. Then take these treads, fold them up to form, well, to reveal the hands. Let's just give them their Megatron gun. Seriously, look at this. This is straight up a Megatron gun, or like a Megatronus gun. It's a Mega's gun. I don't know whose, but it's here. And so, this is the leg configuration for Twitch. And this is the arm configuration for Robby with the head. This is the one thing I don't like. I wish these weren't spring-loaded. It's cool when you split them open and it's like, oh, the head pops out. But if these weren't spring-loaded, it would make making fan modes just a tiny bit easier on my end. And besides, you can then choose to reveal the head whenever you want. So, next combiner is this pack. So, for the legs, you're going to want to do the same thing. Pop out the shoe and plug it into the foot. And you do that on both sides. And for B, split down at the crotch and let the head flip up, and it's supposed to go like that, with the wings like this, not where it's compressed between the shoulders, because then they're permanently stuck looking up, like there's someone taller than a combiner. And you just keep the arms as so. And so, those are the two combiners in this configuration. The only note that I have for this is that I don't really like leaving B as a head, because a lot of their leg kibble becomes inward, and it's very difficult to pose around, and it doesn't look right that a lot of the inside of the arm is just a lot of stuff. It'd be cool if you could like spin them around, put them on the other side, but then you don't have a hand. But let's switch around the pants and the shirts. So let's put them back. You're gonna want to spin that around, put it like that, and then put the legs back up. And there is actually a full click to make sure B doesn't really fiddle around. Now, I'm not actually going to show you this configuration like this, because I will show you both the Transformers together to show off the different modes. Twitch broke at the crotch a bit early, so just stick them together. And for B's foot mode, you rotate this. This is such an interesting little piece of engineering to get the facilitation of the transformation, but also still have a fist. And so, big feet. And then for Twitch, we'll want to disconnect the feet. Oh, this is difficult. It's better to, instead of trying to move the tiny little tab with its little thing, move the big shoe to try and get more leverage. Like that. And then the split into Twitch combined. Now, let's see what the Maltos do. Give me that gun. Put them on. And Robby is the same deal. Just put feet as they would normally be and flip out the shoe. And same deal for Mo. Take the shoe off, flip the foot down or up. And then split. And here's Mega Malto. These are, oh my gosh, I love combiners, and I love shirt pants combiners where you can just get so many different combinations. You can put all the Maltos together, you can put B and stuff. And if you had duplicates of any of these sets, you could combine like B with B or Twitch with Twitch and so on and so forth. And it's just, there's so many creative possibilities with them. And speaking of creative possibilities, there are fan modes. Sadly, not any combined fan modes. I've been trying to work on that. None have struck my head. But let's get it started with B. What you're first going to want to do is take the arms, but then put them straight back, but over the wing. This is really important because you're going to split the legs. And the wings there are there to make sure the spring-loaded head doesn't fly out. Then you're going to put the feet back, and you're going to extend all the kibble till it looks something like this. And then you just flip it and have it in this orientation, and boom. In my vision of stuff, this is like a dock loader droid that goes around and like picks up objects. I even sometimes just take the sword because I have nowhere else to put it here, like an energy field, like it's a racing pod. So There's B. Next up, Twitch. Theirs is very close to their normal alt mode, but with a big twist. So we'll just get the wings out of the way, bring the head and chest up in one fell swoop, bring the arms down, and put them, without popping out the head, put them onto their pegs. And do the same on both sides. But then you take the legs, you rotate them like this way. You want the knee inward, so that way the foot, the shoe, lines up with the chest plate empty space. Put out a fan like that, and you do the same on the other side. Put the fan out, and then you can bring these wings and put them down in their normal alt mode configuration, and you get this. In my eyes, the story I would give this is like a high-speed personal like package delivery, of where it's like, instead of waiting for the big bus to give you your bought goods, why don't you buy the premium service that gets it to you day one? And so it's really fast looking. And then yes, I did do something with the Maltos. So let's start with Mo. So for Mo, you're going to want to use the fact that you can take off the wings. These are going to be so fun to use. You're going to put the face in, close that up, open up that, put out the head. And I wish I could take out the children heads and just have empty heads to serve as like general guards. So if anyone knows how to take out the children head, I really want to use this for like lore stuff. Then, right, you leave the wings attached like that. You take the legs, put them up like this, and then you put it in mega shoe configuration. So like that. Like this. Bend them, bring them down like that. And then just put the wings into the hands. And boom, you have an interesting little flyer for a thing that doesn't normally have an alt mode. And you thought I had a headmaster just for scale. Nope. You can sit them in this little flying contraption. Pretty freaking adorable. This one I just imagine is it's a speeder for scouting and stuff like that. It's got big boosters to get out of dodge or get somewhere quick if something's going on. And finally, Robby. What do we do with Robby? Oh, you leave the head inside. And this is the most finagly one, because you got to take the legs and put them like this. Take the shoes and disconnect them, but don't put them away. Take the toes, fold them up, and then rotate it like this. Rotate this even further and bend the leg. Do that on the other side. You might be able to see what's going on here. Take the shoes and put them around the combiner ports, and you can leave the arms disconnected, but you gotta put them back just a tiny bit. It's easiest to see when you have it like this, and you try and bend. This is the position you want. And you do that on both sides. And then finally, to complete the look, you put on the gun. And with the treads here, and on the inside, it looks like a little square tank thing. Meet me. And there's a reason I said to keep it loose. If you open up the window, you can take a headmaster and let them man it. And boom, you've got this little tank. And the story idea I came up with this is that normally this is supposed to be like a little exploration box vehicle, or it's supposed to be like a cable car, of where this is supposed to attach to the cable. But it's been repurposed because war. War always takes the fun things and makes it dangerous. But yeah, we got B, we got Twitch, we got Mo. They could barely all fit in frame. And that's about it for the showcase. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video. Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe to know when new videos come out. If you can't get enough, there's a playlist for the previous videos. And bye-bye.